You heard what's going on, man? It's your boy OB back with another video. Hey, today we're gonna be talking about the Raiders quarterback room, right? Pre-draft, right? So currently we have Aiden O'Connell uh as QB1 until we draft Fernando Mendoza as pick number one. So I feel like O'Connell is serviceable enough to be the backup quarterback for us. He has what 4 years? Let me go ahead and show y'all. He has good amount of experience. Wrong one. He has 4 years, 3 years experience, right? He didn't really play that much last year, but he's 27 years old. He'll be 28 at the beginning of the season. 6'3", 210. He came in the league as everybody knew he was going to be a backup quarterback. Like he didn't have starter capabilities, right? He didn't have that, right? Now he could have defied the odds and became a legit starter, but he hasn't. To some people, like to most of the people, some people love him, some people want him to be a starter, but in my opinion, he's not a starter, right? He's a above average backup quarterback, and I actually like him in that role as a backup quarterback, right? So again, 27, be 28, 6'3", 210, played at Purdue, had like 5 years at Purdue. He produced pretty good. Fourth round, he was originally drafted by us, if you didn't know. All right. So I like Aiden O'Connell as the primary backup quarterback. If Fernando goes down, Aiden can come in and do what needs to be done to get us through that situation. If he has to has to spot start for a game or two, I feel like he can come in and do that. And we wouldn't the drop off. When I say the drop off wouldn't be bad, what I mean by that is he can come in for 1 or 2 games and do just enough. I'm not saying he can come in for 6 weeks and we can still be the same caliber offense. That's not what I'm saying. I don't think he can do that. But if he comes in for 1 or 2 games, I feel like he can be good enough to get us a dub, right? We'll have to lean heavily on certain other aspects, just like how we're gonna have to do this first rookie season with Fernando. Basically the same thing. Lean on the run game, lean on the offensive line, lean on the defense. If Aiden come in, we're gonna have to lean heavily on that stuff, right? That's my opinion. But on the flip side, would you guys be before I say that, my other question would be is who do y'all want is who would y'all what would y'all do for that QB3 spot? Because you need 3 quarterbacks. Right? You carry 2 on game day, but you need 3 on the roster, essentially. Because your backup might get hurt and you need to bring somebody else in. All right. So these are the available guys that's in free agency right now. Hot name is Kirk Cousins. I don't know if he's officially been released yet, but he's the hot name. So it's going to cost about $10 million to get him. I think Aaron Rodgers is going back to Pittsburgh. I don't want Russell Wilson, just my opinion. I feel like he would be a good mentor. Would he be a good mentor? I don't know. Zach Wilson is Ty Simpson. Essentially Ty Simpson. Could you bring him in on a $1 million deal? Would that be okay with you? I think it'll be all right, but it is what it is. Tyrod Taylor, I wouldn't bring in Tyrod because he doesn't have the same functions as Aiden O'Connell and Fernando, right? His thing is I wouldn't do Tyrod. Cooper Rush would be okay. He has some starts under his belt. Jimmy G, I wouldn't bring him back in. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but that wouldn't be my number one option. Brandon Allen is an okay guy. I mean, it's not a lot of options here, right? A lot of people wanted Hendon Hooker last year to come in and compete for the starting job against Aiden O'Connell. Um, he's been in the league 2 years. He's already 28 years old. He just turned 28. That's not a lot of options here. I mean, I guess the best one would be Kurt, but it's going to cost you $10 million. It's gonna cost you 10 million. You can probably get him on vet minimum since he's probably gonna get a lot of money from Atlanta. But Kirk Cousins probably be your best option. But my question for you is, would you be opposed to making a trade, right? Would you be opposed to making a trade for a guy like Anthony Richardson? Hear me out. Hear me out. Anthony Richardson, former first round pick. Should he have been a first round pick? It's not for me or you to say. Should Ty Simpson be a first round pick? Not for me or you to say. If they get picked in the first round, they get picked in the first round, right? But former first round pick, 6'4", 244 pounds, good speed. He only had 1 year under his belt. He came in the league as a 20-year-old, with one start at Florida. I mean, not one start, 1 year starting at Florida. I think he had some spot starts when he was a sophomore, but 1 year or redshirt freshman, whatever. 1 year as a starter. He's been in the league for 3 years, right? Not the greatest numbers, right? Not the greatest numbers. 11 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. But the thing with Anthony Richardson is you get a dynamic playmaker at the quarterback position. Again, I'm not saying he should be the primary backup. And when I say the primary backup, I mean, when I say primary backup, I mean, okay, you go into the game. Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I wouldn't be opposed to this. I don't think it's going to take but a fifth, maybe a sixth round pick to get Anthony Richardson. And if you spend a fifth or sixth round pick on what's his name? The kid from Arkansas. If you send Taylor Green, if you spend a fifth or a sixth round pick for Taylor Green, you essentially doing the same thing. Taylor Green is 23 years old. Taylor Green is 20. Is the exact same age as Anthony Richardson. Exact same age as Anthony Richardson. Now his passing numbers are better, but that's college. He's 6'6", 235. So would you rather have a guy who already has NFL experience in an Anthony Richardson, or would you rather just go ahead and draft a Taylor Green? Because I see a lot of people talking about Taylor Green, and I'm like, well, you can get Anthony Richardson for that same draft compensation. You can get Anthony Richardson for that same draft compensation, and you don't have to worry about if his body can hold up, because, and people gonna talk about, well, he subbed himself out. Okay, it is what it is. But you get Anthony Richardson for a fifth or a sixth round pick. I would probably say a sixth round pick at this point, and you build in a couple packages for him. If you don't want Fernando Mendoza risk getting hurt by doing quarterback sneaks, I know the fad right now is to get the tight ends to come in and do a quarterback sneak, the tush push or whatever. You can get Anthony Richardson. Hey, go ahead, go in. We're gonna run quarterback draw. We're gonna run quarterback power. We're gonna run quarterback sneak. Push your legs. You 6'4", 245 pounds, bro. Use that tight end body. Use that tight end body to get us this 1 yard. Get us these 3 yards, right? And then in the preseason, we're gonna showcase you. I'm gonna train you, Clint Kubiak. I'm gonna train you, teach you the game, right? Teach you what to do. Show you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Show you how to throw the ball. You got Tom Brady teaching Fernando Mendoza. You just stay in the background, listen to everything that he got to say. Again, I'm not saying Anthony Richardson is gonna be the it guy for us. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna take a project, he's still a project. He just has some NFL experience, and he's the same age as some of these guys that's coming out today. He's the same age as Carson Beck. I think he's a year younger than Carson Beck, to be honest. He's the same age as Ty Simpson. He's the same age as Taylor Green. He's the same age. I think he's maybe a year older than Garrett Nussmeier. So You just getting a guy who has NFL experience already. I would do that. I would send a 6th-round pick for Anthony Richardson. I would do that in a heartbeat. And then last year, Kubiak they drafted a guy, Jalen Miro. They drafted Jalen Miro out of Alabama. Jalen Miro came in on, I think he had 3 rush. He didn't have no passing attempts, but he came in on 3 different occasions in 3 separate games. 2 of the games, Seahawks were blowing the team out. He came in. He did a little quarterback sweep or quarterback power, and then the game against the Bucks, which I'm trying to show y'all, but it's not coming up for some reason. It's saying it's not available. But the game against the Bucks, he ran what's it called? Quarterback option to Kenneth Murray, and it was a fumble. But that was in the first quarter. Kubiak can do some stuff like that with an Anthony Richardson. I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Anthony Richardson is known for his running ability. Again, if you want to limit Fernando's exposure to quarterback sneaks and getting hurt, quarterback powers in certain situations, obviously, you know what I'm saying, in the red zone, I want to keep him on the field, especially on first down. But if it's like to go, or we need 1 yard, I don't want, unless it's like a hurry up, I don't want Fernando doing that. I want to get a guy who, not to sound bad, but I don't really care about. I don't really care if he get hurt. Anthony Richardson, you go in there, run his quarterback sneak, drive your legs, get this first down. We're gonna give you high fives once you come to the sideline. I'll make that trade. Would you? For a 6th-round pick, man? I mean, I just gave y'all all the details. Same age as the guys coming out today. He just has 3 years NFL experience, 3 years NFL conditioning, 3 years NFL strength and conditioning training, 3 years NFL nutrition, 3 years NFL quarterback coaching. Right? Not saying it's great quarterback coaching, but he was with Shane Steichen. So, and he had Phillip Rivers there for a year or half a year. But yeah, I'll make that trade. Let me know in the comments if y'all will do it. But yeah, y'all already know how to end this. Be safe, stay dangerous. Oh, like, comment, subscribe. All I ask is for 1 subscriber per video. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Be safe, stay dangerous.